My reading today is from the Message, Luke 11:33 through 36. No one lights a lamp and then hides it in a drawer. It's put on a lampstand, so those entering the room have light to see where they're going. Your eye is a lamp, lighting up your whole body. If you live wide-eyed in wonder and belief, your body fills up with light. If you live squinty-eyed in greed and distrust, your body is a dank cellar. Keep your eyes open, your lamp burning, so you don't get musty and murky. Keep your life as well lighted as your best lit room. In a certain mountain village in Europe several centuries ago, or so the story says, a nobleman wondered what legacy to leave for his townspeople. He finally decided to build them a church. No one saw the completed plans until the church was finished and he presented it to the town. When the people gathered, they marveled at its beauty. But one man noticed an incompleteness. "Where are the lamps?" he asked. "How will the church get lighted?" The nobleman smiled. Then he gave every family a lamp. Each time you're here, the area in which you sit will be lighted. But when you're not here, some part of God's house will be dark. Today, the secular world sees our buildings and they're empty. To them, it feels like God's house is very dark and our church is empty and feels hollow, with no one inside. But to us, the children of God, it is far from the truth. Even though it is a very uncertain time for all of us, while we're cut off physically from our friends and families, Romans 2:19 tells us that we as Christians are a light for those who are in the dark. We have the light that God has placed in us, a lamp that can shine wherever we are. Many of you have been asking, what can I do? Where am I needed? And how can I help? There are many ways to let your light shine right now. Just by calling, texting, or even sending a card can let others know we love and care for them. I know that many of you are already reaching out to your neighbors and even strangers to make sure they're okay. You may not think about it, but when you do any of these things, you're being God's light, shining in the darkness that many of us are feeling around us right now. I heard about a man in Northern Ireland who was in the hospital alone and very ill with COVID-19. He was feeling great despair and praying to God for help, anything to let him know that he wasn't alone. No one was allowed to visit him, not his family, his preacher, his friends. He wanted a sign, anything from God to let him know that he hadn't been forgotten. The cleaner, the only person besides a nurse or doctor to come into his room, came to him one day and asked how he was holding up. The cleaner started to talk to him about the wonderful grace and love of God and how God loves and cares for each and every one, and how he, the cleaner, spent many years in Africa as a missionary and the wonderful works that God performed there. There's more to the story, and you can probably find it on Facebook, but to the man, God showed his love and compassion through the one person who would be able to reach him, the cleaner. How can you be the light today? Pray. Pray that the Lord will open up the way for you to shine with his love and goodness so others can see him in you.